I always ask my leaders when they send me something to approve, who have you reviewed this with? Has someone in product looked at it? What was the feedback from sales? And if the answer is they haven't done that yet, then I say, okay, go do that and then bring it back. It's really important we validate this, especially in a very technical field. You want to make sure product and engineering looks at it. You wouldn't want to put something in the market and then have your buyer discredit you because you've obviously said something off mark that's not relevant or is ridiculous for your buyer. And part of that validation is having multiple people review it. Nothing leaves the company unless it goes through an alias. I've got an alias set up that has all the directors and above on it, and you have to have 2 directors approve anything, whether it's a social media ad, a white paper, an email, you name it, anything that goes outside public facing goes across the director's alias, and you have to get 2. But what that does is brand people can see it and provide feedback, product marketing can provide feedback, events can provide demand gen. There's no leader that doesn't see what's going out the door. Now, they might not all get to it first, but they have an opportunity to review. I look at every single thing that goes across that alias. And sometimes I'll provide the approval feedback, but I won't put it out in front of everyone. I'll put it back to the person so they know I looked at it and they can still go get 2 or use mine, because I don't want to stop the rest of the team from having an opportunity to look at it. And I think that's a really important part. One, we align on everything that goes out there, but the level of quality goes up tremendously. And you always get your approvals within 24 hours, unless maybe it's a weekend. But with that many people, we have enough directors and above. It's not hard to get to. And I just find it a really good way. Now, I don't know if you scale that past a 3,000 person company, but in a sub 1,000 company, the approval alias works really well. And we've caught a lot of issues before they actually go out. People catch link breakage, names spelled wrong, grammar. It's amazing what you catch, and you reward people for that. And, some people push back and say, I feel like I've lost my empowerment of writing an email that goes externally. And I said, no, actually, you're being stopped from failing. I think feedback is about your peers not letting you fail publicly. And you should embrace the feedback and be thankful that they took the time to read it. Recently, I had a partner leader. We have an event coming up that's a big partner ecosystem event. And he hadn't seen the project plans. He wasn't on the Slack channels, all the things that we would normally do. For whatever reason, he wasn't in this particular one. So he was kind of worried that it wasn't happening. And so we're sitting in a meeting and he's like, hey, I'm a little bit worried that we're dropping the ball on this and I haven't seen it. And I was like, oh, really? Oh, well, let me get you that. And I pinged the team and we sent them the docs and we added them to the Slack and we did a bunch of things. And he came back like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have bugged you on that. I should have known you guys were all over it. And I just said, no, thank you. Obviously, you weren't on the right alias and you helped me for failing. It would have been way worse in 2 weeks had you not flagged something or something was missing and you told me then. I'm thankful for your feedback. And I think that's how you build relationships as well. You embrace feedback and you let them know, and they'll continue to take care of you. That's what a team does, regardless if they're in marketing or not.